Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a Jackson County couple accused of trying to sell their twins are giving their side of the story. And one senator wants to see a change in open record laws to help more localized officials.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. We are coming up on 5 a.m. on March 21st, 2024. Let's check in with meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
Good morning, Madison. Good morning, everyone. We've had some clouds. There were a couple of sprinkles as we were making our way past midnight last night. Nonetheless, cold air settling across the region, and 34 as of last check here outside our studios at WYMT. You know, it's never a good sign when you get into the first weathercast and the clicker doesn't want to work. So we'll space bar it along. Anyhow, the weather headlines as we head through the day showing average high for today is about 60 as the cold air settles across the region, and then the rain chances increase as we head through the day on Friday. Temperature-wise here across eastern and southern Kentucky this morning, again, we go from the upper 20s and lower 30s to near 44 at Harlan and 43 at Jonesville. We'll broaden the view out and show you indeed we have the cold front settling across the region. As that continues to happen, a little bubble of high pressure continues to build on in. And that means, yes, we get the sunshine with some clouds to dot the landscape as we head through the day today. A forecast high later this afternoon to 55 here in Hazard. More about the First Alert 7-day forecast coming up in just a few moments. Madison?
All right, Tim, thank you. A Jackson County couple accused of trying to sell their twin girls say police have the story all wrong. Zachary Davis and Jacqueline Keith are charged with human trafficking. They spoke with us from jail yesterday. Davis says a relative was watching their twins while he and his wife were remodeling their home. He says the part about selling them was a joke.
Talked to me a couple days ago and I was joking around. She said, "I'll give you $5 grand for your kids." I said, yeah, sure, I'll give you, yeah, sure, you can have my kids for $5 grand. Just playing jokingly around.
And hopefully that they see the mess that's going on and we don't end up doing prison time for something that we didn't do.
The babies are now with social services. Yesterday, Middlesboro police put out an update involving the death of a toddler last July. Police say after long-awaited test results, they can now say the death of 17-month-old Elena Hembry was caused by non-accidental blunt force trauma. They also say the state police forensic lab found a lack of male DNA in their analysis. The child's mother, Erica Lawson, is charged with murder. Her next court date is in June. We now know the funeral arrangements for a Harlan County radio icon. Jim Morgan died suddenly Tuesday morning. He worked for more than 50 years at WHLN Radio, where he retired as president in 2019. He and his late father won the prestigious Peabody Broadcasting Award for their coverage of the 1977 flood. The visitation will be Sunday from 3:30 until his celebration of life at 5 p.m. at Harlan Christian Church. Little Jim Morgan was 74. Public business on private devices, that is the concern some have with House Bill 509, which passed the House last week. It now awaits a hearing in front of a Senate committee. Sponsors say it would protect the privacy of public officials. Kelsey Soto is following the bill and its potential impact on the Commonwealth.
Representative John Hodgson of Jefferson is one of the primary sponsors of House Bill 509. After strong feedback with the initial version, which some say would have annihilated the public's access to open records, significant changes were made.
There are some hundreds of thousands of people who work for public agencies in this state. There are tens of thousands of unpaid board members. And there has to be a balance in between the public's right to know and the individual's right to privacy. I realize there's a fault line there and there's some heat and friction, and not everybody's going to like this, but people who are willing to be on the county fair board for nothing really don't want to get an open records request that could impact their personal emails every day. It's very burdensome.
It says workers, though, risk being disciplined if they use non-official email accounts to conduct public business. Open records advocates say the new version shows improvements but still has flaws. Dan Shelley is the president of RTDNA, the Radio Television Digital News Association, and he wants people to look closely at the loopholes.
It's amazing to me that the sponsors of this bill have tried to sneak by the public in the form of a silk purse, what really is a sow's ear. This is a dangerous bill for all members of the public who want to access public records in the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Some fear it would shield government business from being scrutinized and prevent accountability. It still needs to go before a committee and then be voted on the Senate floor. In Frankfort, Kelsey Soto, WKYT.
The measure passed through the House in last week's vote with a 61-31 vote. House Bill 509 was not discussed during yesterday's Senate State and Local Government Committee meeting. There's a chance it could be brought up next week when the committee may meet again. Yesterday, folks in Hindman filled the Knott County Courthouse to talk to officials with Kentucky Lithium. This was the 6th public meeting held to give community members a chance to express concerns and ask questions about a new lithium battery plant at the old coal prep plant in the Kite community. Project manager Tarlis Thompson says they are hoping to have a good relationship with the county.
We go back to the work ethic of the community and stuff. Not just that, but logistically with the north and south battery productions on the East Coast is ideally the location.
Kentucky Lithium officials believe the project will be fully operational within the next 36 months. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. When we return, we will take a look at a program that uses music to help stroke patients regain mobility.
And colder air continues to sink across the Bluegrass State on this Thursday morning. Oh, we got lower 60s yesterday. If it's getting colder, are we doing what we did earlier in the week? We'll let you know. Your first alert 7-day forecast is coming up right after this.